was. And oh shit, I'm gonna press one. And here we go.
Let's get some skippity claps.
Well,
Yes, sir.
let me tell you something, man. Y'all from the hood, nigga. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying, man? I fuck around, fuck your whole shit up, son. I'm just playing.
Yo.
I am not that hood nigga at all.
We here, man.
At all. I'll explain what that is in a minute, all right? Shout out to the Pud, real Pud. Happy
What's
birthday.
up, Pudge?
Happy belated birthday. I think his birthday is the same. Birthday same day as mine.
That's what's up, man.
I ain't gonna tell you, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you. Cancer Nation in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes,
fuck
sir.
all y'all Leos and shit. I gotta start animosity, man, so these numbers can grow, man. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, we gotta get something going.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
We appreciate y'all checking us out. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. We're just getting started. We got everything going. So we on Instagram. Got YouTube ready.
Yep.
We got Facebook going.
We got StreamYard. We got
Spotify, all of that,
y'all
man.
bitch ass niggas out there. We definitely got your mama.
As you can see, we got some enhancements. We got a little green screen behind us. So if we need to do some special effects, we can do that.
Let me clap it up. Let me clap it up for Curtis, man. Curtis been stepping up the game. You know what I'm saying? He got mics and shit. We getting all professional.
I'm trying,
shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that soup. Whoop, whoop.
Soup, whoop, whoop.
Oh yeah, I mean to put down another topic, man.
Yeah, go for it, man. Shit. We got a lot of topics to talk about today.
Yeah, it seems like every time we missed, because last week we missed, and I was like, man, I was itching to get some shit. But it seems like every time we miss, man, it's just so much shit
stuff going on, man. It's been raining and pouring since we last broadcasted. So we we'll let y'all know if we have to miss any more shows, because I'm sure we will, but we definitely getting up there. This is episode 170. So we fastly approaching 200. We're going to definitely do it big when we get there. While Howie's getting ready, I just want to show y'all a little T-shirt that I made for the podcast. If y'all can see that.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
It is official. And if y'all want your very own, hit us up in the DMs, or you can even email us at the Real Triad Hip Hop Podcast at Gmail. So we are in the building, and we got a lot to talk about, man. But how was your last couple of weeks?
Yeah, like you said, celebrated the birthday, and man, I want to thank the Most High for giving me another year.
Yeah, man.
I want to thank my girl. She showed me a good time. Took a nigga on a date. You know what I mean? Wine and dine a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was man. I'm thankful. I mean, I may not be where I want to be, or in that case need to be, but man, there's a lot of stuff that's happening out here. I'm thankful that I'm alive, man.
That's how I need to be, I don't think I know I'm not where I want to be, but I'm further than where I was. So
yes, sir.
That's what's most important. You know what I mean? Y'all keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about what you lacking. You know what I mean? At least you're further than where you were. So but yeah, my last couple of weeks was pretty good. You know what I mean? Went down to Fayetteville for the 4th, some family down there. Did a cookout, you know what I mean? Got to spend some time down there. That was cool. And just been working other than that, you know what I mean, chilling. Actually, I did get into a little bit of a car accident earlier.
Oh, yeah, I meant to ask about that. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I was just driving through a Sam's Club parking lot, and some guy was backing out, man, wasn't paying attention, and just backed out, hit the gas and just pulled back quick and smashed right into me on the passenger side. I was like, dang, dude. Made me so mad. I'm glad I wasn't hurt, man. But my little Nissan Versa he had this big expedition. So
oh
he
dang,
he tore me up.
Yeah, he told your shit.
Yeah, man.
He's like, man, get the fuck out of that little shit.
Right.
Monster truck your
ass. Right. So his ass out the parking lot. But yeah, he got me, man. Crunched me up a little bit. So, but everything is being handled. You know what I mean? His insurance is going to take care of it. My car will be out of commission for a couple of weeks, but it'll be all right. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is episode 170.
170.
And we got a lot more to go. We thank y'all for always checking us out. Those of you who do, shout out to everybody who's checking us out right now. Now, before y'all do anything, if you don't mind, please hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe.
Yep.
Like, share, subscribe. We need that help.
Share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. We need funds to be allocated.
For the sake of the school.
That's right.
So yeah, man. All right, well, before we go too far, I just want to send some condolences for some people that we lost. If y'all haven't heard, the president of Haiti was assassinated last week, and I didn't even know about it until yesterday. I was like, yo, what? And so they got a few of the suspects, which is sad because supposedly the total number of people who were in on this is around 17.
Dang.
So they got about 5 of them, I think, so far, something like that. So they got a handful of them. They had some Colombians in there, some Americans was in there, it's a bunch of people, man. I'm like, what the hell? Y'all just going crazy these days, man. What'd you think about that when you heard
it? Man, I've heard allegedly some of the stuff that went on. Excuse me, I'm trying to do a couple of things at the time, but a couple of things that went on was that that president was corrupt. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard from the people that I listened to and whatnot, allegedly that he was actually bringing in people from San Francisco about that funny like to mess with them boys. Also, I heard that he was supposed to step down around January and did not step down.
Oh,
so
wow.
the people were kind of upset about that. I again don't know. I can't really be for sure to really speak on it, but those were the things that I've heard.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I heard. What I heard is Haiti ain't got no COVID going on.
Oh.
And they don't want to play the games with these other countries like us. And so they doing these corrupt things to take them out because they're not in bed with the U.S. and all the other countries.
Well,
you know how that go.
I can believe that because, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like in a couple countries in Africa, some of them would get killed by mysterious reasons, but then they bring a president in that wants to get people vaccinated. So, I mean, like I said, that very well could be on the table too. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
So it's really sad, man, that had to happen. But rest in peace to him. Also, rest in peace goes to an actress by the name of Suzanne Douglas. She was known for a show back in the day called The Parenthood with Robert Townsend.
Yeah,
it's a really good show, and she's been in some movies too. She was actually in Us. She was in the movie Us. She was in there, yeah. So definitely, if anybody has not checked that out, that was a pretty good movie. Go check it out. And then, so she's been acting for a long time, but also rest in peace goes to Robert Downey Sr. So he just passed away. I'm not sure what happened with him, but I just heard that he had passed away. So he was probably up there in age. He's probably in his 80s or something like that.
Well, you know how that is.
Yeah.
Niggas live a little bit. Niggas don't live about 52. Kind of fucked up, man.
But rest in peace to all of them, and we just want to send condolences to the families of all those people, but also want to send some get well wishes to Wale, the rapper.
Yeah,
he's going through an illness. He didn't really speak on what it was, but he just said he needed some prayers. So definitely going to send him some well wishes, and let's do a moment of silence for those who we've lost recently, if you don't mind. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it. So, but yeah, man, it's I thought that was crazy, man. I don't even know how they pulled off that assassination of the president of Haiti. I need to follow up on that and find out, all the details of what they did. So, but yeah, so we got some birthdays to catch up on. I want to give some shout outs to a bunch of people who had birthdays recently and a couple that are coming up here in the next few days. So back on July 1st, we had my man Jerobi from A Tribe Called Quest.
Right,
Happy birthday to him. Also on the 1st, Missy, Misdemeanor Elliott. Happy birthday to her.
So all them motherfuckers share my birthday.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I ain't saying that. But yeah, I'm with good company though.
Yeah.
I'm with good company.
But
that's good.
On July 2nd, we have my man, the West Coast legend, Spice One. Yes, sir.
187. 187. Yeah, I used to
man, about that
Spice
Spice
that
One,
dude.
I gotta get up on that.
Spice that dude, man.
So also on the 2nd, we got my man DJ Tony Touch.
Okay.
Tony Touch.
That's right.
He all over the place, man. On July 3rd, we have our man Trey the Truth. Happy birthday to him.
Okay.
On the 5th of July, we got quite a few. We got my man Riz from Wu-Tang. Happy birthday.
All right.
We got Royce the 5'9" on the same day. We got my man Bizarre, also from Detroit. So him and Royce share the same day.
All right.
And then Mac Dre, who's from the West Coast. Rest in peace to him. He died back in 2004. So I wanted to just also give him a happy birthday to him. And then on the 6th, we had Joel Ortiz, also from Slaughterhouse. So him and Royce in the same couple of days. My man Ron Fest from Chicago. We got 50 Cent from New York. Happy birthday to him. On the 7th of July, we have my man Cassidy from Philly. We have my man Edie Amin. I believe he was out in New Jersey, I believe. He was with the Outlaws. On the 8th, we had my man I-20 from DTP. Yeah, man. On the 10th, we have my man Christopher Martin, a.k.a. Play from Kid and Play.
All right.
And today's the 11th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, today.
No.
Today's the 10th. So Christopher Martin is today. Yeah. So happy birthday to him. And tomorrow, Little Kim's celebrating her birthday. So happy birthday to her.
All right.
Coming up on the 13th, my man Saigon. Yeah, he got a birthday, so happy birthday to him.
Cancer Nation in the motherfucking house.
Yeah, man. We're gonna let you have a minute.
Oh, nah, we all Satan, that's what I wait. That's what I wait for. Got the crab out joints.
What Kanye said? Hold on. I'm gonna let you have a minute. But first of all, Beyonce had the best album of the year.
Vault top.
But yeah, man. So that's it for the birthdays. Happy birthday to everybody. We give them some skibbity claps.
Skibbity clap.
All right, and then let me see here. For music, I had a few more, but there was some couple I might have forgotten. But my man Papoose just dropped that June album I was telling y'all about. He did it on the last day of June. I heard a few tracks. It's dope. You know what I mean? He always dropping the hits. The bars is always incredible. My man Styles P just dropped an album called Ghosted. Yeah, man. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's pretty hot, man. You know what I mean?
Features on it.
Oh yeah, he got a few features, but I can't remember who. But I know I heard a few features on there. So y'all need to go check that out. He just dropped that a couple of days ago. So my man is doing the thing. You know, I like when people just kind of drop albums out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's a thing nowadays. So go check all that out. Now, before we get out of music, one last music thing that just dropped. Girl, you look good once you vax that thing up.
Oh.
Oh man, my man Juvenile. He dropped Vax that thing up. You don't like the Vax?
Man, fuck.
It's him and Manny Fresh, and they went and jumped on it with Mia X. Got Mia X.
Mia X was in it too? Goddamn.
So it's fun. It's funny because Don't worry about it. It'll stop later.
Yeah,
We got a call coming in from the president, but we ain't gonna answer it. That nigga can wait.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm busy.
but anyways, so and I like the fact that they, joined up with Mia X because Mia X is from the Master P camp. You know what I mean? You got Juvenile and Manny Fresh from that Cash Money camp. You know what I mean? So that was kind of dope. But still, it's kind of corny to me. I wouldn't really do that. As many people, a lot of people still ain't on this vax thing. You know what I mean? So it's like in hip hop that comes off as corny. So it's like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Why?
I was even looking at this morning. That's like less than half of people got vax in Mississippi.
Okay.
So what does that do?
Right.
And my thing of it is this too. It's like whether you full the vaccine or not. I don't want to. Well, let me rephrase it. We can't say that. The jab. Whether you for the jab or not, you cannot tell me that there is an agenda going on to push black people on.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me.
Absolutely.
You cannot tell me that's what that is.
I don't even doubt it, man. Because I mean, that was the first thing I said when I saw it. I was like, what kind of bag did they use? You know what I mean? What kind of bag did y'all use? There ain't no way that y'all just said, let's do a Vax promo song. It's so funny to me because the part of the song where Lil Wayne goes, now after you back it up and stop and what, drop it like it's hot. That's the part Mia X does. She goes,
no.
Instead of saying drop it like it's hot, she's like, go get the shot, go get the shot.
No. Mia! Mia, no!
I just want to know who put them up. You know what I mean? Because I just don't see why they would do that on their own as a platform. Somebody must have came to them and said, we'll give you a bag if you do this. Like you said, because they're really trying to push it on black people as much as possible. And, I have respect for anybody who gets the shot. Do your thing. But I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
And the fact
I'm not convinced.
And the fact these motherfuckers
yeah.
These motherfuckers
It's getting crazy.
Man, I'm like, dude, that's look, man, that's that Nazi shit. I'm just gonna call it.
I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. I ain't doing it, man, because I keep seeing too much stuff that tells me otherwise, So
it's just too much. It's just too much. It don't. To me, this is the thing. If you go, like I said, if you take it, that should be your business,
right?
But yeah, you can't get. And that's the thing. If it was effective and stuff, the product would sell itself,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta push candy on fat people. You know why? Well, that's a bad example. That sound like Terry Crews. That's a bad example. Let me give you something else. Right. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna. If people like peanut butter and they see Reese's Pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like chocolate and peanut butter. You ain't gotta sell that to them real hard. You know why? Because they like chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They already like it. So it don't make no sense.
It's crazy. But like I said, do what you want to do. Get your shot. But I'm just not feeling it right now, and I'm not convinced. We don't believe it. We need more people. Yeah, I can't do it. So, anyways,
got a question of the day for you.
My bad. I almost forgot about the question of the day. Thank you for reminding me.
Hey, that's what I'm here.
Yeah, what's our question of the day?
So, question of the day is, since despite the spirit of black people, just celebrate.
Okay.
They stopped sucking dick for about 2 days.
Right.
And it's fuck. Sucking dick after 2 days. Yeah.
It is really
and so I mean now everybody black people you have the saying like, hey man, they white, we can bring them to the picture. So So the question today is, if you can't bring them a certain white person to the cookout, would you bring them a plate? If you can't, like, look, son, I can't come to the cookout. I can't be seen with you.
Bring them a plate.
I'll get you a plate though. Rib. We all right.
Yeah.
So you can't, if you're white, one of your white friends is like, yeah, you know, kind of agreeing with them on stuff, but I know I can't bring around these niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I feel like
yeah,
that,
it's like, you know, they cool, but
I ain't gonna lie, I got some white friends just like that. You know, I don't know if y'all ready for the cookout, but I'll bring you a plate.
Yeah,
I'll bring you a plate. You got an honorary presence at the cookout, but you ain't ready for the cookout. But so yeah, I agree. I think I would do that.
So who would that be? Mine would be Alex Jones. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
After, you know what I'm saying, with the whole thing going on with him and Joe Budden. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let you go ahead and, you know, who you want to pick.
Well, if you're talking about like famous people, you know, I would say, because I was more so thinking about some of my personal friends, but famous people. Let me think. I say Justin Timberlake. I bring him a plate. I don't know if he's ready for the full cookout experience, but I'll bring him a plate. You know what I mean? He cool as hell though. It's not too many. Hold on. Let me try to get one more. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is cool as hell.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I'll bring Tom Hanks a plate. I ain't bring him to the
You don't want to get mad at my pen. Go cook out.
He ain't ready for full cookout.
I mean, he went back and got Bubba.
He did. Actually, he did. He might. He
went back and got Bubba.
He might have to come to the cookout.
He found Bubba.
That means he can come in and take a plate.
Hi.
Who would you bring?
Yeah, like I said, it's like, look. Can't be around niggas who say that. I tell you what, because, you know, Alex Jones, some of the stuff he say, like, you gotta love and hate relationship. Like, so, you know, I used to listen to him and all this stuff, but that's not easy here and there. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, yeah, I give him a plate. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a complete douchebag. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we'll get on that later. You know, like I said, I'll talk about that here in a few, because what was going on with Joe Budden and all that.
Before we move on though, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really cared for Alex Jones. I ain't never had no good moments with him. Every time I see him,
you don't like it. I mean, look, he's trying to save everybody to make sure the frogs don't turn gay. Will you help me? Save the frogs!
Yeah, it sounds just like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I'm doing these impressions today, goddamn.
Yeah,
we got so much shit to talk about.
Yeah, if you say so, man. I ain't never had a moment where I was like, Jones is cool.
I ain't saying it's cool. I'm just saying I'll give a nigga a plate. I'll give a nigga a plate. That's all I'm like. I'm like, look, son, look. I can't bring her. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
I'm going to the cook now. The fuck you ain't now. Goddamn, stay over there. I'll get you a plate. I'll be right back.
Him and Rush Limbaugh in the same boat.
Oh, nah, fuck Rush. Nah, I'm pissing his shit.
Rush Limbaugh in the same boat.
Yeah. Nah.
Maybe I need to listen to Alex Jones a little bit more.
You know, like I said,
it was one time when I think it was maybe Charlamagne the God tried to interview Alex Jones back in the day, like a few years ago. And I tried to watch it, and I was like, this still ain't working out.
Well, see, this is the thing that you mentioned that. Well, see, Alex Jones went on Too Flagrant with what's my man, Andrew Schultz. And see, that was the whole beef with Joe Budden, because Joe Budden called them out for having Alex Jones on the podcast.
Mm.
But now there's people saying, well, okay, T.I. had him on the podcast when this podcast. No one said nothing to him about Alex Jones being on there.
That's true.
So, and I saw the episode. One thing I could say, whether you like him or hate him, you know what I'm saying, Alex Jones is entertaining. But he does drop some truth and some nuggets. You know, there's some wording. He could word things a little better. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh, you gotta follow this guy. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's certain things that he does drop some type of truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that, you know, you can learn from everybody.
Yeah.
You listen to it, you chew the meat, spit the fat out, spit out the bone. Okay, that's what we do.
Yeah. So I gotta get caught up on this Joe Budden thing if you want to talk about that right now. So Joe Budden basically called him out for having Alex.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think he was reaching. He was reaching and stuff, and
I could see that. That sounds.
I mean, and it's not. And you know, cause some of the things, because on the show, Alex Jones addressed that whole January 6th thing. They were saying that he funded. You know what I'm saying? He funded them. That he said that wasn't the case. I didn't, and that's alleged. I didn't get a chance to really look into it.
Okay.
Also, he was saying that that they shouldn't, like Andrew. He would call him for Andrew Schultz instead of not necessarily be removed, but it's like, yeah, Charlamagne, you need to check them because, you know, and then the fact that they had Joe Rogan on there, who's like a right. You know, oh, Joe Rogan is white green. I'm like, nah, because Joe, I heard out of Joe's mouth, and he said he leans left. But the thing about, Joe talks to everybody.
Right.
That's how Joe does.
Joe Rogan is the type of guy you really got to listen to.
Yeah.
He doesn't go from one verse to the other.
No.
He does sometimes lean a little more to the left, but you know, he's not really specifically left or right.
Yeah,
he's just like, okay, if this person makes logical sense, I agree with them on that. But if this one over here makes some logical sense, I may agree with them on that. But I don't necessarily have to choose one over the other. You know what I mean?
So Joe,
he's good for that.
Yeah, and I think what it is with Budden, you know, Joe, he's like, you know what I'm saying? I think he's trying to get right because everybody, you know, a lot of people are speculating that, you know, the thing that he did to Rory Mall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like, and then the two people that he got on there now, I'm not saying they're bad. They're not Rory Mall.
Right.
I'm just going to be honest with you. They don't have the same chemistry.
Right.
So,
let's see how long they last, you know?
Yeah.
Or Joe spaz out on, you know what I mean?
I ain't getting y'all shit. I ain't got no Joe Budden. But yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh, I want to shout out. You had some product to show too, right? I want to shout out this lady, Kimberly Mosberry. She has made these shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's got the Sha'Carri Richardson looking like this shit's dope.
Yeah, let me show that to the camera.
Let me show this in the camera. This shit is dope. So I know I'm not doing the best job. I'm trying to do the best I can. But the shit is dope. Y'all can follow her. Yeah. And yeah, man, I'm psyched about that. Shout out to her.
I don't know if you remember that. I got a shirt from her. It's got Africa on it, and I think it's got a little crown on it. It's a black shirt with kind of gold Africa. I've worn it on the podcast before, but I got that from her. Okay. A friend of mine introduced me to her, so I bought.
Oh, dang, that's good. Yeah. Well, that's good because I was feeling nervous. You know what I'm saying? I cash after her somebody's like, okay, now what a track? She's like, yeah, here's the shirt. I'm like, I need this. Damn, I ain't got burned. But nah, it's all good though. It's all good.
She does good work.
Yeah, I don't want to say.
Sometimes it does take.
Yeah.
But yeah, she, definitely does good work. I actually shouted her out on my personal Instagram page go back and see it.
Yeah.
And I shouted her out. So I didn't know you knew about her.
Nah, I think I like one of her things. I think you know how I think they had like a little sponsor thing or something like that. I don't. It might have been that, I don't know, but I clicked on it. And I thought, oh, this art is nice. I like to I like to follow like people that do like crazy art. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like okay, and especially like African American art, black art.
Absolutely,
it's a beautiful thing, and that's a lot of talented folk. The cosplayers, like especially like the black girls that do the cosplay. Well, black people in general, but black girls killing it right now.
Yeah,
cosplay stuff.
Most definitely, man. Yeah, they really are. Definitely are. So love the cosplay. So yeah, while we're kind of promoting some stuff real quick, let me first give a shout out to my man Wise Intelligent from Poor Righteous Teachers. I just purchased a copy of his book, as y'all can see. Show that to y'all right there.
Plug that up. Wise Intelligent. Didn't he call him something? It was something he called himself like something Jesus. Jinky Jesus.
I can't remember.
It's like Jinky Jesus for the kids.
Yeah, man. This is a good book. It's called 3/5 of an MC, The Manufacturing of a Dumbed Down Rapper. Okay. So y'all know what that's all about.
That's what's up.
Because nowadays we are truly in the times of the dumbed down rapper. You know what I mean? We don't condemn all these new rappers, but there are some that you can tell have just been cookie cut and manufactured and thrown out there just to make some money. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of that going on. Also, one more product I want to show up. Just got my copy recently of this new game called Hip Hop Vocals. Yeah, man.
Who's that by?
I think the company. Let me see if it shows the name of the company on here. Communal Games, LLC. So yeah,
I like the packaging.
It's a trivia game, so it's a card game. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure you get that.
On the back, bars matter. That's right.
Take that out.
Not all bars matter. Real bars matter. You know what I mean?
Just want to give them
no whack bars. Real bars. Yeah.
But you get a bunch of decks of cards and stuff like that, and a person, one person plays basically the MC, and they have a partner. It's kind of like when you're playing spades. You and your partner versus somebody and their partner. So you have to have a group of people. You can't really do a one-on-one, just like you can't really do one spades. So one of you plays the MC, and the card will give you something, either some lyrics or a song, and you got to make the other person figure out what you're talking about. Like either they'll have to name the song or they'll have to name the artist, I believe. So you and then there'll be certain keywords that are forbidden. You can't say that's too easy. So like if I'm talking about maybe let's say Ghostface, I can't really say the word Wu-Tang. Something like that. So it's something weird like that. So we gonna definitely make some use out of that. So one more time, shout out to Hip Hop Vocals and Communal Games. Definitely was happy to see that. There's a few hip hop games I found over the course of time, but that one really struck me, and I had to. I ordered it. It was on back order for a few months, so I just recently got it, and I just wanted to show y'all so y'all could support that. It's a good game if you like trivia, card games, and stuff like that. So, all right. So let me see here. So on to some other topics. So real quick, let me mention Sha'Carri Richardson, because as y'all know, she was initially they were talking about banning her for like 30 days, but then eventually they kicked her out altogether, from what I understand, which I thought was kind of whack. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now she can't compete at all, which I understand penalizing somebody. So if you did the whole 30 days thing, she would have missed her event, but now she can't do nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, you want to take the whole thing away from her? I get it. You know what I mean? So the 30 days was kind of harsh, but it is what it is. She did the crime. She got to do the time, but I just think taking her out completely was way overboard to me.
Yeah, me too.
You know what
And the thing of it is, I have to commend her because she did like a champ. She did like other people defend like we are now. We're defending her, which I think we right should.
Yeah.
But she's like, okay, you know what? I messed up. I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
Right.
I'll take the charge. I mean, she did that. She did that real good.
She did the right thing.
Professional. I can commend that. We need to get back to that. Really, that's what we really need to do. We really need to get back to that type of behavior. Hey, I messed up. Like I said, I think there's a lot to be learned, there's a lot to be said about that and about her character. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. She's my hero.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I'm gonna definitely check into getting that shirt with her on it with the flash suit.
Yo, this joint, yo, can't wait, man.
Yeah, so
can't wait. That's dope.
So shout out to all these artists out there, man. Doing their thing. You know what I mean? So we gotta get our thing going. So, but yeah, so we got a lot of topics to talk about, man. What do you want to talk about next? We got what about Joe Brown when he talks about Bill Cosby?
Well, first of all, let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm glad that Bill Cosby free, bro. Glad he's free. Sometimes women wake up with a little spoonful of pudding in the butt. That doesn't mean they're right, But no, I mean, I'm glad. On the serious tip, man, I'm glad he out. What I'm saying, this is, a lot of people saying, oh, he's a predator, this, that, and the third. But the thing of it is, and the fact of the matter is, a lot of this stuff, that's what Joe Brown was saying. It's like, okay, we have to go by the law. Yeah, he might. The thing of it is, the way the law works, not out of fucking emotion, not out of, they happen to bring up like all these women here to say that he did this. He told them on a confession that he provided them the drugs, but the drugs were prescription, they were his, and they asked for those drugs. The women asked for those drugs. So how can you rape somebody that specifically asking for those drugs? Because most of the women that he was dealing with, they was either coked up, and that's how it was in those circuits of Hollywood.
When Joe Brown said they was groupies.
Yes. And I mean, they were just, fuck. That's what they were. And I mean,
so old.
Joe don't give a fuck. Joe's like, let me tell you something. I mean, you're trying to talk over me, saying that I'm this. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just paraphrasing stuff, not putting words in people's mouths. So I'm just saying that now. Right. This is just me doing. This is just entertainment purposes. So I don't want y'all to use the clip and be like, yeah, see, this nigga did this here. And like, nah, I don't. But anyway, so like I was saying before I really interrupted, I said that basically these girls were groupies and sluts. And they didn't do, and Dr. Cosby, Mr. Cosby, had a confession that he told court, and it wasn't supposed to be used against him. And they used it against him in that court. It wasn't even supposed to be a case.
So there you go. And I mean, the thing is, Bill Cosby, from what I understand, he did admit to, supplying some of these pills and things that kind of helped them get a little loose or whatever. But he never got convicted as far as full-on rape or anything like that. It's just that he did admit, from what I understand, to giving them the pills and drinks and stuff like that. They did kind of, either make him act, loose or made him fall asleep and all of that kind of stuff. But that's all from what I understand, that's all he got convicted of. So, I don't know. He may have assaulted some of them, but there's no conviction in regards to that, from what I understand.
And also, what's her name? Rashawn, because she's over there.
Rashawn,
yeah, she's over there in Howard, and they gave her like, oh, you support, but like, no, like she's like trying to stand by him. Like she was like, oh well, all people over there at Howard, they're talking about like, oh, you need to stop because he was a rapist and all that stuff. I'm like, man, come on.
Right.
First of all, let's get this fucking clear. Cosby ain't the worst thing out on the street. Cosby's not the worst thing out on the street. Let me make that clear. Also, he ain't the first motherfucker to did what he did. I don't know if you remember a guy named Roman Pulowski, that motherfucker who left the States, can't come back to the States. He allegedly had sex with an 11-year-old girl. Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to bring up shit? Let's bring up shit. You know what I mean? Bring up shit. I'm fucking tired of it.
Bill Cosby is definitely not the first one to do that. Everybody's doing all that kind of stuff back in the day. But like I said, Bill Cosby, I think he's just basically saying, if whatever happened wasn't to the extent that y'all are blaming me for. So that's it. But so I mean, I'm sure, we'll never know. Only him and God know, but either way, there's so many people who have done way worse that nobody ever talks about, or people let it fly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, whatever. But Bill Cosby, as soon as it's like, it seems like always when it's the black person, we gotta hammer them into the ground. You know what I mean? So it's tons of white people who have done stuff with minors, like Jeffrey Epstein and all them. But you hear about R. Kelly, and they're like, yeah, we gotta pound him into the ground. Jeffrey Epstein, oh yeah, that was gross. So that's all. They just looking like, oh yeah, he's disgusting. But oh well. But R. Kelly, they making all types of stuff about him, And not that he wasn't guilty, you know what I mean? But it's like, why y'all ain't treating everybody the same?
Yeah, if that's the only thing we have. If you're gonna, don't ostracize us and make us like the worst villain. Mm-hmm. Like, man, men folk, we do fucked up shit because, that's what we do. Men folks, our, urges and things like that. We do fucked up shit. But at the same time, that being said, if you do the crime and he served the sentence, he did what can you do? Why are you still mad at the man? You should be on the fact of like, okay, this didn't happen. Let's go on from there. Period.
Yeah, that's it. It is what it is, man. What you want to talk about next?
Well, let's shout out the Ghetto Boy Podcast. I want to shout them out. Okay. It was really good. I didn't get a chance to do the Christian. I just listened to a couple of songs on it. Right. It's really good to hear had like Willie D and Scarface back in in the studio doing their thing. Yeah, and in the same room. Yeah, it was really good to see that. Especially a fan of hip hop and what what those guys done for it. They have interviewed Jay Prince. I did not. Again, like I said, I saw clips and stuff of that. Definitely looking forward to what more they got. Scarface is a very interesting person. Okay. Willie D is definitely interesting. And actually, I'm surprised like he's doing that podcast. I really like the way. One thing I would give to Willie D, I like his whole approach to like creating content. Yeah. It wasn't really much of a podcast type deal the first go around. It was kind of like he kind of present the information, and then he wanted to get your thoughts on it. Right. I really like the way he did that, when he first came on the scene with that idea. And speaking of which, remember that was around the first time that, when the YouTube stuff was going on, he got banned and Alex Jones got banned around the same time. Yep, I remember that. Man. Crazy, man. See, it's all going around the circle. I'm telling you, the global elite trying to fuck us up and trying to censor people like Willie D and Alex Jones. Won't you help me? Help me fight these gay frogs!
Yo, that was the funniest one. Man. When I heard about that, I was like, yo, what the hell? Man. Frogs gay. But yeah, so, it's, and I'm sure that's probably some, validity to that. But it was just funny. So, yeah. But, But yeah, I like the fact that they're doing that podcast. I mean, a lot of the older rappers getting into podcasting. You know, we got the Dave Chappelle one with Most Def.
Yeah, I need to check that one.
Yeah, I haven't got to check it out either. But you know, it's good to see that they're making use of their voices. You know, if they're not doing music, at least they can still weigh in on some topics.
That's what we need, because we need the older MCs, the people that, you know, because not saying that old people can't rap. They shouldn't be rapping. I think you should rap as long, you know. I think Hassan Campbell said that, or it might have been Doggy Dog that said that, you know, I think a rapper should rap if he don't sound fresh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's what they should do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? As long as they, I don't give a fuck if like Nas 100 years old, but that nigga still sound like, you know, smooth with it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, do it.
I agree, man.
But like, you know what I'm saying? You still got it. But you know, but you start doing this. Yeah, snake. Yeah. You got start your podcast. So yeah, man, it's really good to see rappers and other entertainers that actually have a good, you know, have different viewpoints and you know, things like that have platforms.
Absolutely. So yeah, I definitely think that's a good idea. So I'm gonna check that episode out with Jay Prince, like you said, because I haven't got to see that yet. But yeah, you were saying there was something going on with Steven Jackson and Rachel Nicholson.
Yeah, well, actually, a lot of that. So it kind of deals, you know, intertwined with Kwame Brown and stuff like that.
Okay.
Basically, Rachel Nichols has her job was, I guess I don't know all the details of it.
Yeah.
But actually, basically, she got replaced by a Miss Maria Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah, she actually knows basketball. I think she actually played things like that, and she did the work for her to get on ESPN to get on, and yeah. So basically, with Rachel Nichols, she was saying, "Oh, well, you know, she got on, and you know, I'm kind of upset. She got this from me, blah blah blah." Then on top of that, Maria Taylor, Miss Taylor, she asked for more money. She wanted the money like Stephen A got.
Okay.
Yeah, the 8 million. But they like, nah, I ain't gonna sell for this too. You know, this, that, and the third. And I think was it Chris Paul? Was it Chris Paul? Or yeah, I think it's Chris Paul because he's, you know, LeBron James' friend. I won't get into that. So yeah, don't come for me with that shit. But anyway, so basically, she did an interview like, "Hey, how you feeling? How was your arm?" Chris Paul like, "I don't know what you talking about." So basically, let me put this in perspective because I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But what has happened is you got all these black athletes caping for this white woman who they're saying, "Oh, she deserved the job. She got there fair and square. She been there longer." Yeah, but Diana Sawyer's her cousin, and like she got the job on the ship. Like she didn't work for that job. Like they saying. I'm not saying she didn't do work. I'm just saying she didn't do the work. But the thing of it is, what it is that, you know, she helped these guys alone. Okay. But one thing Steven Jackson did was like one minute he was saying, "Oh, we're riding for Maria to get up on the job." Then he had to switch it up. It's like, yeah, things said this, that, third. Yeah, Richard, what's her name? Rachel Nichols deserved that job. She got it, So they flip flop, and then it's kind of like the optics on it looks bad.
Okay.
For what reason are you? And then Matt Barnes, I have to give him credit. I'm gonna have to give him credit. That he's basically what he did was like, look, I'm staying out of it. Shouts out to both of them. Blah blah. So at least he was smart to stay out of it. Yeah, Steven Jackson's looking really looking really coonish right now.
Hey, it happens, man. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check it out more. I didn't get caught up on that one. But yeah, so it's one of them things, man. That's probably gonna be one of them things to split down the middle. Some people gonna be on one side, some people gonna be on the other side. I definitely think, if somebody got the chops to do it, let them do it. I mean,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and we appreciate everybody. I see y'all checking us out on Instagram.
Yep.
We got YouTube going, Facebook. So don't forget, hit all the buttons, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Like, share,
subscribe. Brothers and sisters. We appreciate y'all.
Oh, so, let's talk about Tabitha Brown versus Wendy Williams.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Tabitha Brown, she's from around here.
Yeah.
Man, she did a nice smooth clap back on Wendy.
I don't care. This is the thing. Let me give her a round of applause. Really, I don't think you have the person.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, this lady, cause my girlfriend, we were watching some of her videos and stuff, because she does little cooking shows and things like that, the little vegan stuff. And it's just like, that's like, man, God, look at God. God bless us.
Yeah.
With a beautiful soul. That's what she is. She's just a beautiful soul.
Beautiful soul, man.
Really, I mean, like no one. Yeah, like it's like, dude, like she's just it's just, what I'm saying? Ain't no like, I'm trying to get. No, she's just a beautiful soul. You can see that.
Yeah.
And
most definitely.
And for Wendy Williams, sour ass coming up here. I know Tabitha was like, being all gracious stuff, but no, I ain't Tabitha. Motherfucker, I'm Howard Wilson. I can say shit, all right? But Wendy Williams, sorry ass, looking E.T. phone looking ass, up there trying to pick on this lady, talking about, oh, you gotta retire your husband. He don't leave. He don't do this. He still don't cheat.
Yeah.
Just because it happened to your funky ass, I'll probably leave your ass apart.
Right.
Look, E.T. looking ass motherfucker. I'll probably leave your ass. Something happened to you don't mean it's gonna happen to her.
Right. Exactly. Leave it alone.
I'm through this.
That's the thing. She thinks too narrow-minded. She's like, well, if it happened to me, it's gonna happen to everybody else. Nah. You had a bad one, and that's it. That's your experience. That ain't got nothing to do with everybody else. So, for you to just come out when she said it, I happened to be watching the show, and I was like, what? Why would you say that? You know what I mean? She was like, nah, I'm not clapping for her. That's I had one of those. She's gonna use you, and you're gonna do it. I'm glad Tabitha did what she did. She clapped back on it with a nice and smooth.
So did she's like, you see this?
Yeah.
It was just really cool.
I mean, Tabitha is getting her bread, too, because she's getting endorsements after endorsement. She got her own spice now through McCormick.
Oh, Lord.
She has her own spice. Just dropped a couple days ago.
Okay,
like Thursday. I just, right before we started the show, I saw another, you know how the scene, like little pop-up articles on Instagram, like you were saying about Kenny Mulberry. I saw one like that with Tabitha, and it was, I can't remember what it was, but it was like a product, like maybe a car or something like that. I'm like, damn, she got a car endorsement now. You know what I mean? She is all over the place. She got the cooking, she got the vegan things, she got the spice.
She's because the thing of it is, she makes a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. Just like I want to address something else. Kev on stage versus Doughboy. You heard about that shit?
I ain't know about that.
And well, it's not. It's no.
Okay. Yeah. School or something. What's going on with that?
Well, it ain't really so much Doughboy as it is other people there. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to these guys much. Now as far as like Kev, Tahir, and Tony, I'll throw Patrick. It's pretty funny. I follow those guys because I like their comedy and I like how wholesome they are. Yeah. They they gel. They got a good style.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I see his face, but I can't think of his name. I think it's what's his name? I know his last name is Smith. Um, but anyway, he was on the deaf. They were on the deaf, all deaf series.
Okay.
Him, this other girl, and this other lady, which I met to talk, like try to follow her so I could tell her that she need to get away from them motherfuckers.
Okay.
Because the thing of it is, since we're talking about product placement, this guy, they were talking about what happened was Doughboy came to the studio. I think these two girls had a podcast. And it was through All Death, but Kev's got studios, and property around. Kev's like a miniature Tyler Perry a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, before that happened, Doughboy was asked not to be on the property anymore. They closed the podcast. They didn't really give the reason. So it ain't it's no beef, but there's beef. Yeah. So basically,
a little friction.
Yeah, it's a little friction. Anyway, these girls brought these comedians, and I can't think of her name. They brought Doughboy up to talk about the whole situation and stuff. And then they found out that, All Death Digital told go to that studio. Found out it was Kev's studio. He wasn't there, but if Doughboy can't be on the property.
Okay.
So what happened was, they came out. Kev's like, well, y'all can still have the, film and all that stuff. Do your podcast here. I don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah, just Doughboy can't be. So what All Deaf did, what they did, they just removed podcasts altogether.
Okay.
So with that happening, and then on top of that, there's a show called Black Lady Comedy or something like that. Black Lady Sketch Comedy. Got Leslie Jones in.
Okay.
But one of the girls that was in the podcast was saying that Leslie Jones took her shit. So yeah, it was bad. So going back to product placement, so this lady, which I believe is smart, and I believe that I'll get her name and shit after the end of the show. But I believe that if she steps away from the people that she's with, she can excel.
Okay.
But the thing of it is, all they're doing is talk about Kev on stage, Tony Baker, trying to hear. And it's like, well, they don't be out the street. They ain't hood niggas. It's like, dude, they're married. They got kids. They're not supposed to be out here. What the fuck you gonna be looking like coming out here? And then they talking about, they this, they got all this money and stuff. It's like, okay, why are you worried about them getting money? Why don't you get your fucking money?
Right.
Instead of you and be consistent about this shit. Now I know our podcast ain't like the greatest. It's not the grandest. You know what I'm saying? We got our inconsistencies and shit. Most of that probably my fucking fault. But I will say this, goddammit. I'm gonna say this right now. We ain't got no crazy ass shit, no crazy ass spelling. Like this motherfucker had like spellings, like he gonna have THEE on one side on his podcast, and then this other side podcast, there was some crazy ass shit. And then on the podcast, he got, how you have monitors and stuff. He gonna have monitors of him on the podcast. Like, who the fuck sees? Like, what kind of shit is this? What kind of motherfucking Wizard of Oz type don't look at the goddamn green curtain is this?
No, that's funny.
So, product placement. Going back to Captain Brown, I say all that to say this. You're approachable. And not that I'm not saying that we made it, but when you're approachable and people see what you're doing and they see what type of person you are and what type of, when you see that, whether you be black or white, it's like, you know what? We have a brand. I think this brand would go good with them. Let's bring this brand to them. and they be the face of it because they got, they have such a character and stuff. And then we can put this brand in other people's houses or, in homes and stuff. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
I think that at least that's how I think, people look at that. But if you're up there sour and talking about everybody, nobody's not going to be around that.
Right.
Because it's fucking dangerous.
Exactly.
It's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, man, people got to be careful and stuff like that. So I think that's why Tabitha Brown is so successful because she's authentic, she's genuine, she's likable, she's herself. She doesn't try to be anything different than what she should be. So everybody likes that authenticity from her. And I could, my wife and them, they watch her and they kind of told me about her, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And then I started liking it. I was like, okay, cool. And then I, found out she was right around here. I was like, okay, so she ain't even from far away from here. And to see her just growing and getting more endorsements, man, that's the dopest shit I've ever seen, man. You know what I mean?
Whenever you want to feel like cooking something, Tabitha, and you want to bring it down to the podcast, just let us know.
Right.
We be here.
Love it.
We'll be here.
We'll be here. Yeah, man. We'll have your spice on the show and that. Yeah. Yep, it's Tabitha Spice. So we definitely going to do that.
I ain't fast for nothing.
My man, I think my man Spice Adams, he endorsed her Spice too.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So she's growing up, man. So that's what's up, man. Shout out to North Carolina in general. Yeah, we blowing up around here.
Yeah, we doing our thing, man. North Carolina. Take it. Shut up. Put it on the helicopter. Who am I?
And don't forget if y'all want some authentic Triad Hip Hop Podcast merch.
Yep.
We in the building.
In the building. In the building. In the building.
So, but yeah, and what other topics do you have to talk about?
Okay, I guess, man, we did a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
So, the Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat thing, I did not get to see it.
Yeah, I did watch it, and I thought it was good, but it was a lot of funny parts to me. Number one, Bobby, he had a shape. He was real bad. Keith Sweat was making him look bad. Now, if you remember the Babyface versus Teddy Riley, do you remember how Babyface was kind of throwing a lot of shade at Teddy Riley? Just every little comment he made was just kind of like, oh, you trying to be funny now, you know what I mean? If anybody remembers that, that's how Keith Sweat was doing Bobby Brown.
Damn.
He was killing him with comments.
Damn.
And he kept saying stuff like, dude, man, we just saw, literally within 5 minutes of him starting, Bobby was full of sweat.
Damn.
Dude, sweating already, man. You know my song yet.
Hey, Bobby, like, say I'm crazy. Really don't care.
Right.
I'm not the rock. Chill.
Yeah, man. But, Bobby got the hits, though, man.
Oh, yeah, Bobby got the hits.
What he did, though, he did a lot in the beginning. He did a lot of new edition songs.
Okay.
He kind of started it off with some stuff that, like Candy Girl, Mr. Telephone, man, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So he went back to those, and then he caught up on his stuff. But Keith Sweat got some hits too, man. So it's just that most of Keith Sweat stuff is a little more slow and laid back. Yeah. So he didn't have as many upbeat songs as Bobby. So Bobby gets popularity because of that.
Yeah, Keith gonna be whining and shit. No, Keith got that. I wanna. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I wanna.
Yeah. So that was one of them. That was one that was pretty good too. But what was funny to me, I don't know if anybody else caught this. You know what I mean? But Keith Sweat, after a while, he was kind of, if you remember DMX when he was battling Snoop, after a while, DMX was getting into the music, somebody he was starting to dance and whatnot. So Keith was getting like that. He had a little glass of wine. He kind of got drunk.
Yeah.
So he was just dancing, but it was a couple of times where Keith got a little lip wristed, and I was like, okay, Keith, what's going on right now? Is there something else in there?
Oh, wait a minute. He didn't drink the gay drink.
Yeah, it was like a couple mannerisms in there.
Oh,
I didn't know.
He got the gay one.
Right. So it was kind of funny. He was just like, okay, anybody else catch?
Dang, Bobby, like, he probably sitting looking at Bobby singing Twisted. You know I know what you
think. Right. So yeah. But it was funny, man. Keith was hella drunk, man. That was the one place where Bobby looked better than him because Bobby kept trying to tell him, you better slow down on them drinks.
Oh yeah, you know Bobby knows.
Bobby
yeah, you know Bobby knows. Yeah. You know Bobby knows. Mm-hmm. Bobby.
But overall, it came out pretty good. So I would say go back and check it out. It's worth checking out. I mean, it was good.
Oh, so now we're gonna go on to the next.
Yeah.
So there was a room. And the costume dead.
Can I clap? Oh, wait.
God damn.
wait.
He was like, I'm bad at it. I don't know. They were saying that they found him in his park. Keep playing with age, 22, 24. Mm-hmm. But there's another one going around saying 9. So
yeah, I would assume so. I mean, I just saw a story about him. Yeah. But he did a video talking about, he was talking shit about a whole bunch of rappers. Oh, y'all rappers said y'all was going to end me. Why y'all ain't in me? I'm still here, So that's the latest I've seen. That was just like yesterday. So I'm assuming he ain't dead. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Right. Yeah, man.
You know how you leave? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just lead somebody to like an ass whooping, you just kind of back away.
Right.
See what you know what I'm saying? You back away like, oh, here you go, he's right there. Shut the door, just kind of like
I did my part.
See what happens.
See what happens. So yeah, man. But we don't want to give him too much name drops on our show. I don't even care. But you got any more topics you want to talk about?
Let's also talk about some.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because they doing songs and all that against each other. I'm like, what the hell? I saw my song. This song to Academic.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Academic did. But yeah, I just thought it fun. I said, what the hell was going on with them? But I have to admit, I kind of agree with my son on this. Academic, man, when you really get to know him, I don't think he's that great for the culture. I really don't. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of agree with my son.
Yeah, I mean, the whole, because he was saying that the thing he was bringing up that, hey, certain such and such rappers, this whole Chicago thing, such and such rappers, they getting too fat, they get too comfortable, somebody gotta do something. Right. It's like, why are you egging this on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we as black people, we're in a bad shape. You know what I'm saying? We're in a real bad shape.
For you to egg on somebody,
and it's like, dude, every time you're doing this shit, you proving them right. So what? I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. What's your motives, man? You know what I mean? It's like, are you just looking for the next shock value, attention, or are you really, something else going on? Because I would imagine he's just doing it for the shock value, for the attention, because everything nowadays is about what can I say that will really rile people up. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming it's something to that effect. Because I don't really care for watching academics. You know what I mean? No. I watched a couple of his videos on YouTube, and after a while, I was like, yo, this is trash. You're not really talking about shit. He'll be sitting there playing a game, and you just watching him play a fucking game and shit. I don't care about that.
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, I know he's not trying to get people like me and you. He's trying to get like young people.
Right.
But once, I mean, that's the thing though. Kids, they're gonna grow up. Once they get to our age, they're not that old. But once they get to our age, they're gonna be like, oh, man, what the fuck is this guy's talking?
Right.
If he's still talking that same
shit. Doing it, yeah. Like, what's my dude? Star and Buck?
Yeah.
He too, man. He's still talking shit, man. The old as he is. I'm like, I started watching him for a while a few years ago, like right around the time we first started the podcast, and it didn't take long. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I saw a camel that he said that Star helped him. This is the same Star.
I believe so.
Yeah, so Star helped him, but then he's like, yeah, he kind of fucked up too. So
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is. But, yeah, I saw him, but it looking kind of bad. So
yeah, man.
Let's talk about that real quick. Kwame Brown versus Hassan Campbell.
Yeah, so you know more about this one than I do. So tell us about what's happening with that.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Come get him in the head with the headshot. Right. Got a snot box, right? Got his teeth turned up. God! But nah, man, on a serious note, man, it's really sad. One thing is for certain. Hassan Campbell, Kwame Brown, they don't have to fuck each other.
Right.
They don't. That's what Kwame was. I think that's what Kwame was trying to tell him. We don't have to fuck with each other.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, certain thing that this is the thing that he was trying to get at. It's like no one's talking about code. No one's talking about these trades that black people need right now. No one's talking about truck. No one's talking about black men, black boys reading at a fourth grade level.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the problem. Why are you talking about my money? Why are you talking about when you were when he was 18, he went to the NBA. When Hassan was 18, he went to jail. He said, that's not the path that we took. Those were decisions that we made. You know, I was hoping them talking would actually get them on the same page.
Right.
Because as much, I would say this, Hassan Campbell does have some truth. And there's certain things that we do need to hear from him to understand way things are and what's going on. Because me being in the South, me living in North Carolina, and I live in a predominant white community. I'm not out here,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's not that crazy world, man. But we need people like him so I can understand his reality, is to see that every what's a normal morning for me to get up and go to work. Some people like it's almost like hectic to go back home, things like that. And also don't think it's right for Hassan to down people. Not saying that he was downing people, but it's not good to really down people for doing something different.
Right.
And being different. I don't think you get down people because you can't follow this guy because he ain't got no bodies and he ain't killing nobody. He ain't hitting a nigga with the headshot. He ain't got no name. He ain't turning off TV. Niggas ain't get their snot box from Kwame Brown. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah. And the thing of it is, it's like let's be men. It's all right. You don't fuck with each other. Like I was saying to you when we got on the podcast, it'd be cool. Hassan was like, I don't fuck with Kwame like that. But you know what? I'm over here doing this. This is my platform. I'm using this, utilizing this to do this, to build up this. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Continue doing what you're doing, brother. Let's work. Let's work on pushing this. And I'm with him with trades and all this, that, and the third. I'm not with him on this, but I'm with helping these kids. Yeah. I would love to see that. Exactly. I would love to see Kwame Brown. Hey, I'm not over here with Hassan like that. I don't understand this, the culture, the gang culture and stuff like that. I don't understand that. I'm here for these kids.
Right.
Let's do this with the kids. Shout out to that brother. Because that's what we need right now. Right now, It's not looking good. We up there bickering and fighting over. It's just kind of the shit that goes on in the black community. you know, and I get this all the time because, you know, I'm black, and again, like I grew up in a predominantly white community, still there, but you know, it's like, oh, well, Howie, you know, you grew up in a nice neighborhood. You ain't black enough. You ain't come out here, people, come over here with the gorillas and shit. Get down here, get niggas, yeah, get stopped by fuck, try to rob niggas. You know what I'm saying? Sleep. Ready to go night night nigga. Ready to go night night nigga. Ah! Like no one. Like, no, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If that's your life, I'm not talking. If that's your life, I don't have to be tough guy. Right. And matter of fact, I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I don't want to go around mean mugging and fucking have to, oh, yo, I have to survive. I have to fuck. Nah, I want to be like Calvin. I want to be approachable. Be like, hey, how you doing? I'm Howie. Nice to meet you. Let me get the door for you. Let me get this. It's good to see you. Have a good day. Just, I don't have to like you. I can respect you, treat you as a human being. Right. That's it.
Hey, well, guess what? I'm out here in these streets.
Yo!
I'm a snot box.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, man.
I rock the snot box.
Yeah. You know, take you to sleep, nigga. Take you to sleep,
nigga. I roll with the AARP clan.
Yo, you ain't lying. Yo, you ain't lying.
I'm out here taking the Social Security check. Yeah. You know what I mean? We out here in these streets. You live in the damn old folks home. We coming to rock the snot box.
Yo, shit. Yo, it's a bingo card, nigga. You won that game, nigga. Run your shit, nigga. B5, B12, nigga.
You know what I mean? I got B12, nigga. I got Tech 9, nigga. Take it all, y'all Social Security money. All your bingo money.
All your bingo money. Oh, that's tapping. Yo, tapioca pudding look nice. Tapioca pudding look nice over here.
And Jello looking good.
Jello looking good, nigga. Run your Jello, nigga.
You know, we out here. Y'all know we just.
Oh shit. Oh man.
That's AARP. But yeah, we just joking with y'all. We got anything else we need to cover?
Oh, real quick, man. Shout out to Ice Cube. He did the big three joint, man. I need to check that out. Hey, dope. Yeah. I think since black people kind of fucked him over with the whole, you know, black plan from the Black American plan because he went to Trump, he did not see.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, we shouldn't do this. And I ain't heard Joe Biden mention this motherfucker. He ain't mentioned Ice Cube yet talking about the plan. Y'all voted for this nigga. Man, you know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna say that shit.
Secret Service at the door.
I know. Fuck
you see some people with some shades on that look like Men in Black.
Oh, dang.
Walk behind us. You know why.
You might want to print up some RIP Howie t-shirts. Yeah, we gotta.
But
they'll say they did Howie. They fucked this nigga up.
Telling you, man. Telling you. But it is what it is, man.
But yes, like I said, since we didn't do that, I think we should at least support the man for the Ice Cube for what he's doing for Big Three.
I like the Big
Three. Yeah.
I watched it the last time it aired, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad he's bringing it back. You know, now that the country's opening up a little bit more, you know, this is going to be really good. Because, I mean, it gives you a chance to see some of your favorites who are not currently playing, but can still ball. You know what I mean? So I like it. You know what I mean? So I'm giving them all my support.
Yeah, and I think it starts today at
today. Okay.
At 3 p.m. It's on Trilla.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Trilla. I think it's on the air on CBS and another app. I can't check it out.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Have you heard about any new verses coming up?
No,
none.
Yeah, no.
So we shall see what the next one is. You need to hurry up and get some real classics, man. LLs, Busta Rhymes, Kane's, Rock Kim's, people like that.
Speaking of which, the baby's supposed to do a song with Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
It was something. It's something I saw on Facebook. I don't know how true it is, not, but I think they're gonna do something. Hopefully they'll do.
Yeah, that would be dope, man. I like the baby. You
know? Carolina stepped up, man.
He definitely doing his thing. So, it was somebody else that was going back for. Oh, Royce the 5'9" and what's my man?
What's on?
Out of the Midwest, he did the song Mural. You know him, but I can't think of. If you are what you say you are, a superstar. I can't think of his name right now.
Murders?
Not Murders. Dang, little skinny dude from the Midwest. He does the podcast with me.
Not yellow.
No, not yellow. It's black. And I apologize. I feel embarrassed. This is one of my favorite rappers, but I don't know why. The name is just not coming to my head right now. But him and Royce been doing a little back and forth, but they cool. It's just like a friendly back and forth.
Oh, okay.
He been the dude I'm talking about. He been doing the samurai swords and stuff like that lately.
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe. There you go. I knew you figured out because I could not get that name. Yeah, they've been kind of doing a little back and forth about who's a better lyricist and who's nerdier and who's this and that. They kind of been going back and forth over the past.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah,
Lupe kind of fucked up me, man. He started trying to down people on because first we thought he was this dude, he was kind of with us on the whole. I'm not necessarily saying conspiracy stuff, but when it came to certain stuff,
yeah.
And now he's kind of it's almost like he sounds like he's bought now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really haven't been keeping up with him that much, but I hope not. I can only hope not, but. I do like Lupe's lyrics. Lupe.
He's dope.
But I do think Flex is better.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they both dope. So, but I just thought that was funny. But anyway, anything else we want to talk about?
I think that's it. I want to give a shout out to Bill Cosby, Alex Jones, Keith Sweat. Pretty much Judge Joe Brown. Pretty much all the motherfuckers that made the voice on
the right. Judge Joe Brown killing.
They got scrubbed by. That's what they are.
Yo, there's a video. I don't know if you saw it where Bill Cosby is walking out of the court or out of jail or whatever. He's walking with lawyers and other people, and I guess it's a doctored video because as he's walking, kind of does one of these little dips.
Yeah. I see the dip. He's like,
I was like, yo, I don't know how he did that. But damn well you do that.
Yeah,
he can barely move.
Yeah, they say,
that's what's up, man.
Sleep. Soap is just like spoon. You don't want to drop the spoon. You don't want to drop the soap. Because something's getting ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want anything to go into your chocolate pudding pop. Don't drop the soap.
Don't drop.
But yeah, so I guess we'll close it out, man. This has been episode 170. And for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
We'll see y'all on the next one, all right?
Peace.